Howdy guys, this is Mark with If You're Washing. Did 2 episodes and then disappeared, kind of got out of there for a while. Had some health issues I had to address, so just wanted to pop back in and say, hey, how's it going? So I wanted to talk today, do an episode. We're gonna kind of test out the live situation here and figure out how to do Facebook Live, how the hell to do YouTube Live, so I'm kind of syncing up Zoom and Facebook, trying to get a good feel of what the hell I'm doing because I have no idea. Window cleaner, pressure washer, identify as a gutter cleaner sometimes. But anyway, my name is Mark. I'm in Houston. Been window cleaning for about 5-6 years now. Appreciate you taking the time to give me your attention, to figure out what the fuck's going on. So this is If You're Washing. I'm going to share some tricks of the trade, some stories from the road, from jobs, stuff like that, just for your ear pussy, just something to listen to, something to keep you busy. If you're bored in the morning, if you're sitting on the toilet, if you're driving to work, if you're working, it's kind of like a podcast, if you will. But I have no idea what I'm doing, kind of getting started here. So this is episode 3, there's episode 1, episode 2, somewhere in the group on YouTube. I think I've uploaded those, so they're in there somewhere. I'm going to start focusing on getting attention to formatting and getting everything organized, if you will, because without being organized, it's chaos. So I've been out for a couple weeks, out of pocket, if you will. I've been dealing with some digestive system issues for the last year, a couple of years, and only recently it really got bad last year, flared up to where I've had to move and cancel jobs, stuff like that. It just basically sucks. So I've been kind of dying the last couple of years, but last year was really bad. Flash forward to this past couple of months, found out I had basically fatty liver, fibrosis of the liver, gallbladder, whatever. So I'm going to get that taken out and I should be right as rain. So if you guys have any health issues, you're cleaning windows, you're a solo entrepreneur type of guy like I am, take care of yourself, pay attention to your body. If you're having issues, nausea, daily, vomiting, other issues, take care of it. I got fucked over with healthcare at some point last year, and so I went through a weird phase of panic, depression, am I going to die type deal. Got that squared away, so now I have top tips health insurance, premium plan. I pay a lot of money for it. I don't want to tell you how much, but it's good. So my whole family's covered. I got 3 kids, a wife, so we're using it for sure. It's not cheap. We're going to enter some kind of weird tariff recession thing going on here, so we'll see how life goes after that. If I'm going to be able to afford that for the next couple of months, but top tier insurance is important. Get it for yourself. Today's episode is called The Safety Dance. The Safety Dance is all about are you being safe on the job? You're a window cleaner, you're on ladders, you're dealing with blades, you're dealing with heights, with dogs, people, all sorts of shit. So how do you stay safe on the job? Do you wear personal protection? Do you wear gloves if you're gutter cleaning? Do you, for example, an Apple Watch? I got an Apple Watch last year, the year before, because a guy I was reading fell off a ladder and died. So I work by myself, so I got an Apple Watch because if you fall faster than a couple feet per second, it'll give you an alert, it'll call 911, alert your spouse, call 911, Tap here if you're still alive, but if you're not and you're laying there like, fuck, it'll call 911 for you, you don't have to worry about it. So get an Apple Watch. As part of safety also is personal protection is important, but also property protection. So if you're walking around the house, part of the safety routine is for cover your own ass. We'll call that safety. Cover your ass. Take pictures of windows that are broken, screens that are fucked up, any kind of damage that you see around where you're working. Say there's damage to the wood near the frames, the things. Take pictures. Take lots of pictures just to cover your ass. That's the safety for your business part. But as far as safety for yourself, if you're a solo guy working for yourself, you have employees, you use ladders, you use all that shit. So important parts are, I've seen guys, using an extension ladder, putting it up against like the house, and the only 2 points of contact are the ladders. There is something out there called a ladder stabilizer. Most of you guys are fucking aware of, but this is for guys who aren't or just want something to watch. Ladder stabilizer. This is the Werner ladder stabilizer. This is used on the 24, 28, 30 foot ladders, the aluminum ones, right? Anyway, this is pretty damn sturdy. You can put it together in 31 seconds, there's no screwing. You just have to, put this bolt in, and you're good. I recommend when you buy this thing, buy the extra bullhorn padding. Basically, what will happen is this will go against the house. your ladder so you can actually maneuver around and safely have your ladder tip over and shit like that. So we are going to recommend this. Get one of these. Don't have your ladder up against the house because multiple points of contact are important. You know, if you're going to lean off the ladder and you're just holding on with your foot in one hand, it's not good. But one of these things will actually take your ladder off the house and allow it better, this way, better side to side. You know, it won't move at all. So if you put it up above your window, you can go and take the screens out, 1, 2, and you take them down. But also, if you've got stack ladders, it's in good shape. But if you've got an extension ladder, you absolutely have to have one of these, and possibly ladder stabilizers as well for the bottom. Different flower beds, whatever. So that's ladder stabilizer safety. As far as also safety and property management safety, to watch out for your customers. You know, this is part of your shtick. When you tell customers, you know, you got to clean the windows, you got to remove the screens, you tell them as you're walking around. You know, in order to get up there, I'm gonna have to get up there with my ladder. I happen to have, you have to show them. You tell them I use a ladder stabilizer. It keeps me safe, my employees safe, keeps your house safe, and also doesn't break up the paint, doesn't fuck anything up. Secondly, so if you've got stack ladders, you know, if you're a window cleaner officially, the bottom of your stack ladders, all right, you've got these tiny nubs, and these are what holds the ground. Every year, every couple months, look at the bottom of your stack ladder. Okay, check them out, inspect them. WCR sells these fucking rubber things, $15. You shove them in there, and you're safe. So safety, check the bottoms of your ladders. Always important. As far as personal property protection for your customers, when you've got that damn stack ladder up there on the stucco in between the two windows and you're climbing, you've got that metal, you know, banging against the stucco. Get a ladder bonnet. You know, wrap a towel around the top of your ladder. Get one of these things. These are great for interior because you need them, but you got to put this on the top. It'll stop abrasion, stop rubbing, stuff like that. And all right, so I've got Damien. Hey, Damien, how's it going? All right, so that's your ladder bonnet. Also, if you're window cleaning, you're dealing with abrasives, chemicals, shit like that. So there's two ways to get hard water off of window. You know, there's abrasive and then melting. You can scrape it, or you can let it melt off with a chemical. So one of the chemicals that will melt that shit off is F9FLO. WCR sells this. It's awesome. It's worth every penny. They also have One Restore, shit like that you can spray on it and maybe just abrase a little bit, rinse off, rinse, and it'll get rid of it. If you're using a shit ton of FLO, efflorescence removal, calcium for walls, but if you're doing it on windows or in an enclosed area, you need one of these bad boys, because this Fruity Pebble smell mixture will eat up your lungs and fuck you up. So personal protection safety, get a mask if you're dealing with spraying chemicals like One Restore, shit like that. It's window cleaner, you're not really dealing with a lot of aerosols. In that case, you're dealing with a remover. We would use the mask. Don't click Bane. Or you just use some easy abrasive, you know, hard water stain remover, the BioClean, or get the Diamond Magic and just wax on, wax off. But, you know, again, talking to your customer, there's two ways to clean it. I can abrase it, or I can melt it off with the chemicals. I can spray it and rinse it, or I can scrub it. So you've got to let them know, personal property protection, you know, if I'm rubbing the compound, it might swirl, it might cause damage to the glass. If I'm spraying it and even rinsing it, it could cause hazing and fuck up, you know, glass, could etch it. So in your estimates, when you're talking to customers, the safe part is tell them, I'm going to spray it with a chemical solution, but I'm going to be wearing personal property protection gloves because I care about my safety, your safety, and not having to sue you. And that's why it's $129 to clean that window, all the windows if you're in an atrium or something like that. But regardless, personal property protection for you, customer, they love that shit. It's important. 2, safety. These things, wasps, they're everywhere. Your customer hates them, they're there, they're up in the edge of the windows. Mud daubers, they're big in Houston. I just had a customer a few days ago, paper wasps. They had some up in every goddamn eave, and so I had to knock them all down. Luckily I was house washing, so I didn't have to use this bad boy, but I'm able to blast it. If you're cleaning windows and you've got 32 windows around a house and you've got to walk through landscaping and Japanese box bushes, they will have yellow jackets hiding in there. They will have yellow jackets hiding under eaves. Some of them are fine. You can actually reach out and kind of get close to them. They won't touch you. Others, if you look at them, they'll go zzz, fucking get you. So I recommend for your safety, carry that in the truck, because if you find them, you can blast them, stomp them, get rid of them, save your ass. I made a joke, I think a couple episodes ago, about you're not going to need a fucking helmet for window cleaning. It's stupid. Well, high-rise window cleaners. If you're on a lift, yes, you need it. But as a residential guy, you're not really using it because it's just you and whatever. But I had a customer come out a couple of weeks ago, and my stupid ass, because I'm a stupid ass sometimes, I lost this little hook, this little pin latch, fisheye, whatever. This thing broke off and it's gone. So my ladder stabilizer, that was 3 years old, was missing this piece. So I was up removing screens from a customer. The guy came out, was walking his dog and was gone, coming back and standing around. And he was asking about something to do with the roof, and it was like 5 years old, so we were talking. And without paying attention, because I'm working and trying to get back to work, so I lift up the ladder and I'm moving it. Well, this fucking thing hits a branch, and this thing, it settles, and it basically falls and lands 10, 12 feet away from the customer's dog. Point is because I was not looking out for safety in that moment because I was stupid, I almost hurt a customer, which, holy shit. So anyway, the point is, make sure all your equipment's up to date. If you have a ladder stabilizer, or if you've got stack ladders that you kind of know in the back of your mind, you know, the nubs on the bottom are kind of rubbed off and messed up, order it, get it done. I've had that ladder stabilizer in a box for about 2 weeks. And I admit, I went on a job with that broken ladder stabilizer after it almost crushed that guy, and used it knowing I had the fucking box. I just had to open and use. So if you got the stuff, if you got the time, it's winter, a lot of guys aren't working, it's cold, all that shit, go ahead and start opening your shit, start putting it together. Go through a checklist, safety. Go through your all your rubbers. Obviously change your rubbers, make sure all your poles are open and shut, that they're good. For example, I've got the zero tread pole. I just went and got, we'll talk about this in a minute, an Insipole, right? So I can clean solar panels and have the carbon fiber that I don't get shocked so badly. I can at least let go of the thing before I get jolted. We'll talk about this in a minute. The point is one thing about safety that you're gonna learn is there's little tiny hex bolts and stuff in here, and that over time they'll get loose. Not this one, but some other stuff. Make sure you're tightening it. Make sure you're checking to see if it's loose, because if you're cleaning windows, this thing will come down and crush your finger because this is loose. So over time, a lot of movements, repetition, shit gets fucked. So double check your stuff. We're gonna jump and transition into the Insipole real quick. So I picked this bad boy up last week after Chris did a post saying they're excited to announce the release of it. So I'm like, holy shit, an Insipole. What does it do? All right, so it's for using around high, wires, not high wires, low wires, wires, and for solar panels. It'll reduce the shock, or the odds of shock, so to speak, and keep you a little safer. So you can at least jump the fuck off and let go of this thing. Kidding. But what I like about this thing, where did I put that thing? What's really cool is you got section 1, 2, 3 here. I bought section 4, so you can see how big section 4 is compared with this. We'll jump up. Anyway, the cool part is that you've got a tread pole. Now you've got something that'll protect you from electricity, and you can sell like, hey, I'm the only fucker in the city that has a protective pole that will protect the user from shock. Ask the other guy. They probably don't know yet. Point is this actually adds, good 5 feet, well, 5'10", to your reach, a little less, whatever. But anyway, your 12-foot tread pole with this bad boy. It's not, the high sexy carbon fiber, but it's carbon nonetheless. So very light. You can get a lot of extra room without having to buy an extra extension at this price. You can still use this for safety, and you can reach out and touch stuff. Last week, I had to step on a step ladder to tread clean an entryway, glass, whatever, with this. And now I've got this bad boy I tried in my house this week, and this thing works. So it's got a little flex to it, which is nice, because sometimes if you're comfortable with the rubber flexing, you're good to go on that. So I really, same as the yellow part of the Tucker, around 70 inches, yeah. Yep, so these bad boys, they help you reach out and touch stuff. They also keep you safe. I went and picked up the number 10 pole, that way so my Zero Micro Basic, I can put this number 10 over the number 9 piece and then extend it the additional couple feet to reach out and touch the higher second and third floor beetles or solar panels. But that also, if I'm cleaning panels on a second floor or reaching out, that keeps me a lot safer. I've got a couple customers that they've got a garage in the back of their house, and above the back of their garage they have the wires. Now they're 35 feet up, it's hard to hit them. But after reading about what happened with Jason Knight in England last year, He had an accident where he extended his pole, hit some wires, and he had some major surgeries, major issues, was amputated. So he's making a comeback. There's a GoFundMe out there. Nice guy, and that's terrible. So anyway, around power lines, get yourself this pole. WCR is selling it right now. Zero is selling it. They're selling it at cost for probably two reasons. One, to see how sexy it is, and it is sexy. People will buy this thing. It rocks. It works. Number two, they're doing it to give back, because anybody that wants a pole that does solar panels will buy it and use it and like it, and we'll see. So this is a really cool deal that Zero's putting out. Grab them while they're hot. I suggest getting the number 4, maybe the number 10. They're probably sold out by now, but that helps give you some extra reach and also peace of mind, safety, and security for cleaning solar panels. Another thing for safety, while we're on the safety thing, safety, peace of mind for customers. Since you're cleaning windows, get yourself some foot booties, little blue booties. Get them off Amazon, whatever. Couple bucks. Doing interiors, they want to do that. If you've got a customer with like black walnut floors, or a germaphobe or nice carpeting, you don't want to put your shoes on their carpet. Foot booties, keep it safe, keep it nice. If you're up on the roof, if you're climbing up, accessing the second story, whether you got to jump on a first floor to take out some screens, above the pool, and you're standing on the roof. A couple things I have to add. One is cougar paws. We're talking about safety. If you're touching your feet on a roof, if you're getting on a shingle, which you shouldn't be doing because you might not be insured for it, you definitely have to have cougar paws, because this shit will grab asphalt shingles. It'll grab a shingle and allow you to kind of grip. I'm not saying you can walk straight up a wall, but if there's a good amount of roofs that I've walked or seen people walk on that these are very helpful. And then obviously a 12 roof you wouldn't bother with, but anyway, these work with like a Velcro thing in here. I've got a really thick pad that will grab the asphalt and keep your feet on the roof, which is important because you don't want to fall off and slide. So if you're up on a roof, you can wear your old shoes. You can grab a pair of Hucks, which are somewhere around here. They got kind of rubber sole. They're kind of safe, but for safety, pair of what do you call them? These bad boys. This is the pitch hopper. This is a styrofoam type block that has a padding on the bottom that grips and grabs asphalt roof, right? So if you jump up on a roof and your windows are here and you've got to clean it, you can either stand on the roof like on this edge and like hope, okay, I'm gonna make it, or you can knock this bad boy on the roof and then stand on it and then clean, blah blah blah, get down, take it with you, whatever. Those things aren't cheap. I think a pitch hopper, like $150, $120. They're worth their weight in gold as far as safety, because you're able to stand on a roof and not fall off. Given this is not going to save your life, anybody can fall off a roof. You've got to make sure to use it appropriately and do it accordingly. But if you're washing windows and you got to get up and get on, it's usually the excuse is to get the fucking screen out. There's a screen on the back of the house. There's a really weird, roof on that second story, so you've got to climb over it. A lot of times it's easy, but if you can't and you need help, the pitch hopper is where it's at. Really nice. What else? We've got that. Ladder stabilizers. One thing for safety too that is a big obvious is, before that, steep gear pants while you're on a roof. These are only needed if you're on a roof for a long time dealing with it or scared that you're going to slide down and fall. If that pucker factor is a thing, steep gear, you just wear them and they stick your ass to the roof. It's kind of like a slide fall protection. So if you're really scared about roofing and you're going to get up there, I suggest those. But yeah, one of the main coolest or most widely used, I guess, for some window cleaners for safety is the actual water-fed pole itself. So the water-fed pole, its safety mechanism is keeping you on the ground. You're not up on the ladder doing the Frank Reeve, trying to squeegee off or trying to tell that last corner that you can just barely reach. So we've all done where we contemplate life, like, man, should we really reach? Is it worth reaching out to dry that? Fuck, we got to do it. So the water-fed pole, all right, this was invented to keep you on the ground and to wash windows from the ground, so you don't fall off the fucking ladder. So the water-fed pole is a huge safety device because it allows you to never have to, keep that out of the equation, the whole falling and dying thing. So the biggest deal that we're dealing with then is then taking screens out, which is where the ladder stabilizer or the bonnet for a stack ladder comes into effect, because you're actually going to have to reach out and touch up there. You're going to remove the screen. So water-fed pole and the water-fed system. So right now, if you don't have a water-fed pole, water-fed system, suggest you get one. It's spring. When I first started window cleaning, everyone was using these things. It's not new. But I didn't want to get one for a while because I thought it was like voodoo. I was like, there's no way, that's stupid. And then I was also like, oh, it's too expensive. I can't afford it. And then I got a job for like $800 doing French paintings that I bid on. So I was like, fuck, I need to clean not 800, but I need to clean a couple hundred French pane windows. I need to buy a water-fed pole. So I sold the job before I bought the water-fed pole system, and I sold it on, I'm going to have a water-fed pole, I'm going to be able to clean it this way, I'm not going to be able to do that. She's, well, what about my plants? Are you going to be moving the ladder around and kill it? No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be standing in the flower bed carefully just to clean the window. So the water-fed pole system, if you're a window cleaner, is where it's at. A lot of guys who get older, a lot of guys don't get on ladders at all. So they, once they get to a certain age or a certain weight, they're like, fuck ladders, I'm not getting up there. So you've got the option for the water-fed pole for safety. It's a great mechanism. If you're cleaning windows, water-fed pole is where it's at. You already know this, so I'm not going to dive into that. But as far as safety, that's pretty nice. Let's see, what else? Okay, so if you're washing and you're still here, or you're washing later, it's February 2nd, so it's Groundhog Day. You saw a shadow. That means we're going to have a couple more weeks of winter. For you northerners, that sucks for you guys down here. I think it was 71, 75 today. So it was a beautiful day in Houston. So we're still working. So if you're able to get to work, go do it. Make sure to pay attention to being safe out there, because it's important. Let's breathe some life into the IWCA thing coming up. The IWCA convention's coming up in Las Vegas, February 11th, 12th, 13th. They are going to be offering some courses for solar panel cleaning, for just business development, for house washing, surface cleaning, stuff like that, for that kind of roundabout. But then they're doing the whole breakout sessions, which is really neat. So I'm going to be able to, I'm going. So if you're going, that's awesome. You should get there. But buy your tickets, get the Golden Nugget, go out, go there. The Huge was awesome. It was really cool to meet people. I was really sick back then, so I was very timid, very shy, because I was kind of dying. I didn't want to Frank the Tank it and go out and drinking and have fun, because I would kill myself. That being said, IWCA, there's a lot of guys that are coming to this. A lot of really cool distributors. WCR Zero are going to be main sponsors. Sorbo's going to be one of the big sponsors. Maker Products, Mormon. It's a window cleaning convention. I can name them all. They're all going to freaking be there. All going to have their booths, new products. Check them out. It's going to be exciting. Meeting and seeing all the guys on the pages is going to be pretty awesome. And then there's Vegas. Vegas is pretty cool. I've never been to Las Vegas. I've seen The Hangover. That was funny. I've seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So I'm going to wear this shirt. It's going to be a great time. Definitely going to buy the ticket, take the ride. I don't know about you guys, but it should be a great couple of days. I'm getting there the day before. That way I can kind of soak it in, get all, sow my oats, and then do the convention action. So if you guys are going, I'm going to be doing blackjack, craps, poker, and some $20 bills, because there's the slots, for lady luck. But basically, I'm going there for the shows, some of the footage shows, the convention. We're going to see Michael Jackson 1. No, don't do that. Oh, unless you're into that kind of thing. That's cool. It's 2025. You can almost do whatever you want. Well, you used to be able to do or be whatever you want. Now you can't. Thank Jeebus. All right, so IWCA convention's coming up. It's in 10 days from now. So if you guys are going, I'll see you there. Be awesome. Say hi. How's it going? We'll catch a spritzer. We'll go for a smoke. We'll gamble. We'll talk about windows. We'll do whatever. Pretty sure, I think Sorbo, like I said, Sorbo's going to be one of the guys there. If you guys have read the book, they call me the Godfather. Wait, I should be dead, but they call me the window cleaner. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, it's like 10 words in that name of the book. It's a very long title, but it's a good book. A lot about Sorbo I didn't know. because nobody knows about anybody, unless they're reading about it. All the stuff he invented the whole, the shit can change. Something I didn't know that was pretty neat. This little doohickey here is for like, a lanyard for the high-rise guys so the shit doesn't fall. Very cool. Who'd thunk it, but he did. He put a bunch of patents down, so he's got a lot of copyright, a lot of patents for a lot of his designs and stuff. It's all outlined in the book. Very smart guy, very quick. It's a very cool book. It discusses, kind of chronologically his life and his struggles with window cleaning and him raising a family. It was a really touching, inspirational book because he did a lot of heart to heart. He shared a lot of really cool stories, a lot of his struggles, accomplishments. He spent a fuck ton of money on patents. Looking back, reading his book, my takeaway would be, it's really cool to invent something and have a legacy. But there's got to be at some point you've got to reach a limit and find out, where your success and your family and all that shit intertwines. But he's an inspiration. He's a great guy. He did a lot of cool stuff for the window cleaning industry. He came up with stuff, a lot of inventions, what have yous. Went to a lot of early conventions. Really, really nice guy. Really cool book. I did laugh. After reading the book, he reminded me a lot like Dr. Evil. It's like, tell me a lot about yourself. It's like, where do I begin? My father was a relentlessly self-improving lingerie owner with narcolepsy and a penchant for buggery. My mother was a 15-year-old French prostitute named Chloe with webbed feet. My father would womanize, he would drink, he would make substantial claims like he invented the question mark. It just made me laugh because it was all, I invented this and I patented that, and that's fucking great. And there's not a lot of guys who can go out and make those kind of claims and actually stand behind them. So Sorbo's, he's got them all. He's got the patents, cool stories. His book is out. So I Should Be Dead, but instead they call me the window cleaner. It's available on Amazon. A couple hundred pages, really nice read. Take you a couple days or so. Check it out, fellow window cleaner. He's got a legacy. He's the godfather of window cleaning. So check out Sorbo's book. Let's see. We touched on Las Vegas. We touched on that. Safety. All right, so as far as safety goes, there's not much to it. Ladders, just be careful on your ladders. Don't go overstretching shit. Don't move your ladder around power lines. Don't move your Waterford poles around ladder power lines. Look out for wasps. Use the right equipment. As far as, here we go, another safety equipment. For example, something super easy, the Zero Gutter Gizmo. This thing is a safety tool which allows you to reach out and grab and pull the gutter debris. So I've had for example, in my gutter cleaning estimates, we clean all gutters that are accessible, easily accessible. Ones that are not easily accessible will be attempted to be reached and cleaned with a long pole and or blower, blow that shit out. Because I'm not gonna climb up on the roof and do monkey walks to go pull stuff out. You've gotta be careful. So use an extender, use a zero tread pole. Put this bad boy on there. You can reach out 8 or 12 feet, pull the shit to you. This is a part of safety. This pole exists to pull shit to you so you don't fall or fuck yourself up. So that's important. Get a gutter gizmo if you do gutters and window cleaning. Get a pole, get a couple of those, the Insa poles, because they'll save your life. They're a good selling point. They're safe. They're freaking bright, so you won't forget them at a job. And they also stand out. So if you're cleaning, this is pretty loud. It's like ham banana over here. This is loud, but if you've got an Insa pole combined inside and you're cleaning, their solar panels, or you're cleaning their windows in the back of the house near the overhead power lines, people can see you and see the big green thing and say, what's he doing? That's pretty neat. That's a big ass pole. What's he cleaning up there? So it's loud. And in business, in window cleaning, if you're a small business owner, attention. So you want to draw attention. You don't want to wiggle like a bowl of jello or anything. You just want to, money follows attention. So some people will say, if they're talking about you, whether it's good or bad, at least they're talking about you. Same thing with business. If they can see you, not if you're falling off a fucking ladder or smoking a cigarette or on your phone, but if they see you working and they're talking about you or seeing you working, that's good. So be exposed, be out there, and be safe. So part of the whole safety thing, trying to see if there's anything else. I don't think so. So thanks for tuning in today. episode 3 of If You're Washing. We're going to try and do this Sundays at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. So every Sunday, we're going to lock it down, because Squeegee Life has Wednesdays or Thursdays, and we have Lower Rung. You have the Every Other Monday podcast with Jersey and them. So I want to find a niche here. I gave up on doing these webisodes because I was sick. I didn't know if I was going to pull through there. Kidding. But I was in a weird place. But now, a couple weeks later, I'm starting to feel better. Got a gallbladder surgery coming up here before Vegas. So things are looking better. I'm feeling better. I'm working. Last year was a great year as far as work. I beat my goal, or I beat last year's sales by some, and I was sick and out for some of this year. So I was surprised, shocked, if you will, to do that. But that just relies on raising your prices. Don't take every fucking job. Be selective. And just be careful. Take care of yourself. So the whole thing, the safety dance, use the right equipment. They'll keep you alive. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys later in the week. Maybe I'll do some bullshit posts in the morning. I'm up every day at like 5:36, so I'll do some stupid, John Hardy, or Joe Hardy, that's it. We're gonna do some of that fun shit. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your time. I'm going to go ahead and log out now. Thanks for watching, guys. You have a great day. See ya.